You have a plethora of interests that you enjoy.
Yeah, we're actually opening a new store, so that's keeping me really busy.
Yes.
But
you mentioned that even last time that it was in the final stages of
yeah,
completion.
but again, getting work done in Pakistan is very difficult. It's been delayed by like 6 months now.
Of course it is, because
of the rain and- Yeah, it's been a struggle every day.
I can imagine that, but like more power to you, and I hope it all comes together super soon for you.
Thank you.
Acha, tell me a little bit of how your brand started.
So I actually didn't think I would be doing this. I was like a fine artist. I used to paint, and then I went to art school, and I majored in digital print design, and that's what I wanted to do. And then when I moved back, it was a bit of a struggle to actually find people on the same wavelength, because they weren't really teaching digital print design here. So there was a little bit of a barrier, trying to hire people. That was a struggle. And so I started off like that. My dad was like, you're not going to work for anybody. You do your own thing, which was empowering for me, you know. I had a previous work experience in London. I did a collaboration with H&M.
Oh, wow.
So that was a lot of fun.
Tell me more about that.
So in my final year, we got an offer for a collaboration with H&M for the spring-summer collection. So we designed 12 garments, and then they were actually part of that collection. So that was super fun. And then I was actually working for Ted Baker in their print design department for a year.
That's very
cool. And then my dad said, "Wapis aao."
Every day they say girl story. Pakistani parents.
Yeah.
So from digital print design,
I really evolved.
Yeah, you really have.
Because I actually feel that these things are seasonal.
Yeah.
And sometimes print looks really good if it's used in a minimal way. And it can look really good, it can look really bad. And the thing is that I was doing really fun pieces. I did really fun gowns, dresses, all those things. It got a lot of attention. But then I felt that, okay, you also evolve as a person. So I am thinking of bringing print back into my work, but with a little bit of Eastern touch.
Yeah.
Because what happens is that everyone wants to wear it to a show, but very few people are confident enough to carry it. Yeah. So that's a little bit of a problem.
But print is one of those things that I think across like Pakistan, whether it's Eastern wear, Western wear, is something that's really worn, because agar aap apni lawn dekhein, so it's kind of
my
multifaceted.
Print was a little different. It was more fun,
Yeah.
Like I wanted to do fun pieces, not like lawn pieces. I hated those paisleys and those, so it bothered me. But then again, yes, like lawn, it's print, it's digital, it's huge.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Maybe in a few years, I would like to kind of get into.
Do you think, just talking to you, you came from digital printmaking, and then you transitioned into completely very mainstream. Your clothes are more mainstream. They're very wearable, very sellable. Do you feel that the market in Pakistan has become redundant when it comes to fashion, or just fashion itself has become redundant?
I think fashion is redundant, because if you actually look at brands abroad, everyone's bringing old stuff back in fashion, Even Gucci, the old Purani collection is they're revamping the same thing. So I also feel sometimes are they out of ideas?
Yeah.
But then maybe that's a customer demand, At the end of the day, they want to sell their product, and it sells.
Of course it sells. And your stuff sells as well, but I would love to see more print in it.
Yeah. So the thing is that I was doing a lot of that, and then I felt that, customers come in, they say, oh, it's bit calm nahi hai. They won't appreciate ke print mein, like digital drawing, it takes time, And then there's a lot of thought that goes into it, but they say, oh, but isme kaam nahi hai, it's a mindset of people.
But also yahan pe a lot of things, the thing is with high street, initially when Instagram came about and all of these newer high street brands were mushrooming out, so many people were called out for taking prints from Pinterest and putting them onto fabrics here. So I think that mindset, because that practice kind of became, because obviously fast fashion mein aap baith ke design to nahi kari. Like Dolce & Gabbana will design their prints, but H&M and Zara are not designing their prints. They're taking the prints and reforming them.
Because it's fast fashion, right? So the budgets are also very small.
Yeah.
Right? When you sit and design a print, it takes time. It takes a very creative person, which actually is very difficult to find.
Yeah.
It's been a struggle for me. Believe me, it's been 5 years. I haven't been able to find somebody who can sit and design a good print. I haven't been able to. मैं जितने graduates, इतने students आते हैं, and I ask them, have you like, do you know how to run Illustrator, Photoshop, XYZ? And they say no. And I'm just looking at them, but why? Why haven't they been taught this? But it's actually not part of the course. But that's something that's lacking, right?
It's
because
really lacking.
They're been taught ये block printing, screen printing, but वो तो हमारे यहाँ पे workers कर लेते हैं, तो फिर मैं आपको hire क्यों करूँ?
Yeah.
So a lot of girls come and they say हम drawing कर लेंगे, हम sketch कर लेंगे, हम block print कर लेंगे, but then I don't need you to do that.
Yeah,
right?
you need like illustrators.
You need to bring something else in which a local karigar can't do, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you're different.
Yeah.
But every single person I've interviewed is blank, which is why then they pick up prints from here and there and kind of put it together because it saves time.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't care.
But I think that now, I think that you're so passionate about print. I think you should maybe take out some time and actually just sit and
I'm
design
actually
some prints.
on it. I found somebody now after 5 years who's kind of like on the same wavelength, and I've been working with him on a few things. So I actually want to take that forward. Something
that's
fun
amazing.
and interesting.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Kind of do more fusion, because I mean, there's a burgeoning, and if the price point is good. People here want to buy stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like if the price point is really exorbitant, it kind of like deters, it almost becomes intimidating for people to walk into those stores.
It is because everything's become so expensive. Good quality fabric is expensive. A lot of people walk in and they say, oh, we want XYZ good quality fabric, but we don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
So then what do? Then you maybe make them something that suits their budget, but then it doesn't look as good as it would have, in a better quality fabric.
Of course.
So it's,
it's not very easy to own a business in Pakistan.
No, it isn't.
Tell me a bit about your highest and lowest points in your career so far.
When I thought that I'm going to do this, setting up the store, hiring people was the most difficult part. People would come and ask for a certain amount of money but not deliver, It's like, okay, if you deserve to be paid an XYZ amount, then you need to deliver. That's the problem. काम नहीं आता but पैसे चाहिए. और हफ्ते में 6 छुट्टियां करेंगे और फिर कहेंगे पे बढ़ा दें. So it's like, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
So it's a struggle. Hiring good people is a struggle.
It's a struggle.
And everyone is going to agree with that.
I think everyone will. And I think it takes, you need to pay above average to even get
and
someone like.
And I'm like, bhai, le lo paise. Kaam kar do. Nahi, ye bhi nahi karna. So phir what do you do? And then a lot of people on social media, without knowing, they'll say ki, oh, ye to apne workers ko pay nahi karte, ye to ye nahi karte. This is actually a common thing that we hear all the time.
Yeah.
But दूसरे बंदे की story तो सुन लो कि you are willing to pay, but the other person is not willing to give you anything in return.
Yeah.
So it's actually unfair. We're also earning. महंगाई सिर्फ workers के लिए तो नहीं होती, हमारे लिए भी होती है. So everything has to kind of connect.
There's a really weird mentality in Pakistan